Hello guys. So today I am here to deliver a lecture on digestive system. So to know about digestive system, we first have to know what is food. The substance which after consuming through our mouth, which gives us energy is called food. Now this food can be divided into two parts. One is major food, another is minor food. What major food contains? Major food, it contains protein, carbohydrate, and lipids or fats. In another way, the minor food contains vitamins, minerals, and water. So, the consumption of this food which gives us energy through a particular process is called digestive system. Now, what is called digestion? Digestion means breaking down of this complex or major food into its simpler forms is called digestion. Now, to know about the digestive system, we have to know about the digestive system. It can be divided into two parts. One is alimentary canal and another is associated digestive organs. So, in alimentary canal, there are various organs, like first one is mouth and buccal cavity, then buccal cavity, then pharynx, then esophagus, then stomach, then intestine, which can be divided into two, small intestine and large intestine, then rectum, and last one is anus. So first one is mouth. What is mouth? Mouth is a small transverse slit present in our facial region. It leads into a cavity called buccal cavity. Here is the anatomy of buccal cavity. The cavity has, on the two sides there are two cheeks, and upper and lower side bounded by two jaws, the upper jaw and lower jaw. Beside this, both these jaws have four types of teeth: incisor, canine, premolar, and molar. And at the floor of the buccal cavity, there is a fleshy tongue which is attached to the floor on the lower jaw by a fold of mucous membrane called frenulum. Next point is, after mouth there is pharynx. Pharynx, it is just about 12 to 14 centimeter in length. What is pharynx? Pharynx is the space after the buccal cavity, just above the larynx, is called pharynx. Pharynx has three regions. One is nasopharynx, then oropharynx, and laryngopharynx. According to the position of nasal region, buccal cavity region, and voice box region, they are divided into three types. Next one is esophagus. What is esophagus? Just below the pharynx, there is a small tube which is just about 2.5 centimeter long, which open into the stomach by a valve or sphincter called cardiac sphincter, and open just below the laryngopharynx is by a by an opening called cricopharyngeal sphincter. Just after the esophagus, it is called stomach, which is a small J-shaped, alphabetically J-shaped structure, which has three regions: fundus, body, and antrum region. Internally, it has four muscular region: serosa, submucularis, mucosa, and submucosa. It has two sphincter also, cardiac sphincter and pyloric sphincter. After this stomach, there is intestine. Intestine, it is about 20 feet in length. It has three parts: duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. Duodenum is the smallest part, which is just 2.5 centimeter, 5 meter length, and then jejunum is 2 meter and ileum is 3 meter in length. In case of jejunum, in case of duodenum, that means the digestion of particularly lipid digestion occurs. After this, in jejunum also a small part of last part of digestion occurs, and ileum is completely mainly for, although there are some digestion occurs are there, but ileum is mainly for absorption purpose. Next one is, so ileum has various types of cells called goblet cell, enterocyte cell, Peyer's patches, crypts or liver cones, and villi. After small intestine, there is a large intestine, which is differentiated from small intestine by its wall. In case of small intestine, the wall is more thinner, whereas in case of large intestine, the wall is more thicker in region. The joining between small intestine and large intestine, there is a sphincter or valve called iliacocelic sphincter, through which, after complete absorption and digestion, the fecal matter, as a fecal matter, it enters into the cecum, then colon, and lastly on rectum, and passes through anus. The first part of large intestine is called cecum. It is a small bag-like structure which opens into a blind sac called appendix. The swelling of appendix or infection of appendix causes a disease called appendicitis. And next part is colon, which is four parts: ascending colon, then transverse colon, then descending colon, and sigmoid colon, which later on opens into a particular type of storing sac in case of large intestine, where all fecal matter stores there. It is called rectum, and from rectum, through two types of sphincter, external sphincter and internal sphincter, it opens into the anal, and through anal, from anal region or anal chamber region, it passes out through internal sphincter and external sphincter to outside as a fecal matters. This is all about the alimentary canal. After this, the associated digestive structure or digestive glands, there are liver, pancreas, and salivary gland. First one is liver. Liver is the largest gland of our body. The cells of the liver are called hepatocyte. It can produce a chemical structure called bile, which began to store in a storehouse called gallbladder through a duct called cystic duct, and from this storehouse it opens by a common bile duct into the duodenal part through a particular part which is called ampulla of Vater, and through a particular sphincter the bile juice secreted here, it is called sphincter of Oddi. Sphincter of Oddi also takes the secretion of pancreatic duct or pancreas into the duodenal portion, which helps in the complete digestion of lipid food materials and also help in the neutralization of acid chyme occurs in the stomach region. It is completely neutralized here. So after this, next one is salivary glands. Salivary glands, there are three pairs of salivary glands present in our mouth, particularly these are called major salivary glands. These are, first one is parotid gland, just present below the external ear or pinna, and next one is submandibular gland, just at the lower jaw, at the corner of the lower jaw, and next one is sublingual gland, present just below the tongue. All these salivary glands, they open through a particular duct. That means in case of parotid gland, it's open to the in the mouth in the second molar teeth by a Stenson duct. Next one is submandibular gland. It secretes the saliva in lingual portion by a Watson duct, and sublingual gland secretes its secretion through duct of Ricinus in the mouth. Besides this, there are a particular type of gland present just above the tongue, which is called which help in the secretion of fat digesting enzyme present just above the tongue. And besides this, newly discovered salivary gland called is tubercle gland, present in the pharyngeal region, and whatever the salivary gland present in the just above the tongue, it is called Ebner's gland, van Ebner's gland. And besides this, there are a particular newly discovered gland in 2020. It is called tubercle gland, present in the pharyngeal region. So all these salivary glands secrete saliva, of which most saliva secreted by submandibular glands. It helps in the digestion of carbohydrate, but particularly in case of mouth, just Ebner's gland present just above the tongue, it helps in the digestion of a small digestion of lipid present in the food. So in case of mouse, there are two types of digestion occurs. One is carbohydrate digestion by all the salivary glands except van Ebner's glands, and only van Ebner's gland help in the digestion of fatty materials or lipid molecules. This is all about the digestive system of human body. So next part, I will discuss about the digestion in mouth in my next classes. So thank you.